I'm Phil Brock. This is Brock and Your Block, and we're standing today in the Carnegie Library in Ocean Park, and we're going to do a special interview with Elaine Stevenson, who lived on top of the Santa Monica merry-go-round. Elaine, good to meet you.
Hi. Nice to meet you, Phil.
Good, and I understand you grew up in Santa Monica, and you went to the same elementary school that I went to, and the same elementary school my mother went to.
I moved to California and I started medicine in 1944.
So it was brand new then.
Fifth grade. It didn't look like it was brand new, but
Well,
then I went to John Adams Junior High School. It was a junior high then, not a middle school.
Right.
And then, of course, Samuel High.
I'm really happy to talk to you because I'm the president of the Samuel High Alumni Association. So tell me about your story, and I understand you've written a little book, and this book is called My Life Above the Carousel in Santa Monica. And Elaine, tell me about this.
Well, it did start with my dad. My father was just absolutely fascinated with carousels, and where he lived in England, he went to an amusement park that was called Blackpool. He was just greatly impressed with outdoor amusement parks and carousels. Eventually, we're living back east. He knew that his wartime job had come to an end. He was working for the British government. So he decided to come to California and find work here. He did.
And where did he find work? That's the fascinating part.
He found work with Mr. Newcomb, who owned the Santa Monica Pier, and he managed to talk him into painting the carousel. He did get the job, and he was also hired. All the piers, they all wanted him to do maintenance and painting. So he worked for Venice Pier, Ocean Park Pier, and
Really?
Santa Monica Pier.
Ah.
Yeah.
Now, did he paint the horses also, or just the building?
He, as far as I know, he painted every horse.
Really? We may go down to the pier later, and you may go on a horse. And some of that paint on that horse may have been done by your father at the end of World War II.
But he was very proud of it, and it was very beautiful.
And where did you live?
We lived above the carousel.
There are apartments up there.
I lived right between the bright red M and the last D.
Really?
Very brown was painted out in front, and it was rather a small apartment. He cut a hole in the ceiling of this little alcove that was right outside the bathroom, and put a ladder there so we could use the roof. My mom could hang up the washing up
So
there.
you sort of had your vents and a skylight. So you went to Samuel High. I understand you were a song leader at Samuel High.
Yes.
Song
I
girl.
was.
And I understand you did some modeling.
Yes.
Down
I
at the
did.
beach?
Right.
How was your time in Santa Monica?
Well, I lived here above the carousel for 7 years, and then another 7 years in different places. And I also graduated from Santa Monica City College and UCLA.
Oh, you're a Bruin.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. I like that. I'm a Bruin as well.
Oh, well,
So,
that's good.
above the carousel, you tell all these short stories. Give us a
Right.
little peek.
It's our very first ride. We're all a bunch of little kids, and the youngest one is only a baby. And then there's a 4-year-old girl, and then an 8-year-old, and then I was 11, and then my sister was almost 13. So we were very excited. Suddenly this music comes up, it's vibrating the floor, and we just can't believe it. It's so loud. And my little brother just races down because he wants to ride the merry-go-round. So here we are all gaping at this beautiful carousel, and we finally got to ride it.
Now, did you get free rides on the carousel?
No.
You had to pay? Your dad couldn't come up with a hole in the ceiling so you could just have like a fire pole and slide right onto one of the carousel horses?
No.
Did your parents and family get tired of the noise even though it was exciting at the beginning?
The music did drive us crazy, but we all slept good at night because it was closed.
The pier at that time, now of course it's a very vibrant, beautiful pier with thousands of people there every day. Now I know when I was a little kid, the pier was a little bit different and wasn't as exciting, wasn't as polished.
It smelled of fish. Quite, in fact, I thought it was really quite smelly, but not too bad. And it was a fishing pier, and there were a lot of fishing boats there. The fishermen would have their nets out where they would mend them, and then I was in the paddleboard.
And Muscle Beach.
Muscle Beach was fantastic. I loved Muscle Beach.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
It was a fishing pier. I can remember
Right.
when I was little, my grandfather would walk down to the pier and go off the Newcomb Pier and start fishing. And Santa Monica seafood was down there. It was vibrant, and the yacht harbor, the boats in the harbor. It was a wonderful, different experience than it is now. Now we're very sort of polished and clean and more of a tourist experience.
Right.
But in those days, people fished. The fishing boats went off twice a day. And of course, the area at the pier was also used, right, in a famous movie after you moved out, The Sting. So you treasure your time in Santa Monica.
Oh, absolutely. It was a wonderful time.
So I understand there used to be music on the pier as well. I heard you talk about someone named Spade Cooley.
Spade Cooley was the king of Western swing. And there was the Spade Cooley ballroom out there, and very, very popular. During the weekends, there'd be tons of cars, tons of people coming to dance to Western swing. And he knew my dad. You know, if they needed anything in the ballroom done, he would do it. And so we never had to pay. But
so something free. Yeah. There you go.
So it was great music.
Well, you know what's funny is that probably right around that time then, my father was a bouncer there. So I have the feeling my father may have been the one that let you in the club illegally. If my father was still alive, I'd have to talk to him a little bit about that. So tell me, there was a second story you want to tell me about someone named Norma Jean.
I was very, very good friends with the Santa Monica lifeguard, and because he was a few years older than I was, but he took me under his wing, and he taught me how to surf. And it was really a lot of fun, you know, standing on the surfboard, and because...
So you were one of our early female surfers in Santa Monica. That's fantastic.
I was a beginner.
That's okay. That's the days of the big longboards.
Yeah, big longboard. And nevertheless, I did develop a crush on him. When I had to go back to school, he met another beautiful lady that was a starlet. Actually trying to get in the movies himself. He never made it. But
that doesn't happen in LA at all.
The starlet made it real big. My lifeguard friend was teaching another young lady to surf at Malibu, and her name was Norma Jean, and it turned out that she was
Marilyn Monroe.
Definitely Marilyn Monroe.
So you got beat out by Marilyn Monroe?
Yes, I did.
You know, for that, your husband's probably very happy. How long have you been married to him?
We'll be married 60 years.
I'm happy you're in town today. For Brock and Your Block, I'm Phil Brock. Thank you for watching.